Hello and good day. So, what is your idea of retirement? Today I would like to talk about the actual goal with retirement and what changes between the individual and how one would go about achieving their goals so they can retire to the level of comfortability they desire. So, basically, retirement for most is the ability to do what they want without having to section off time to do things they don't want, such as working at a job or even working at any business at all, even your own. So, to achieve that, you would need to calculate your expenses and your general what kind of expenses you plan to and are actually going to have, the safety to cover those, and the actual amount and consistency needed to build that up and to make it last. Now, to actually be able to have a near indefinite retirement once retired, you would need to have something that constantly earns you more without actually having to put in more effort into it. Something more passive, whether that be investing, which is a very good way to do something, make your money work for you, and therefore be able to cover your expenses and retire without actually having to keep on making more income, or whatever other forms of work you've done in the past that still makes you more money, royalties, effectively royalties of some kind or another, whether that be for a book you wrote, for the videos you made, whatever it may be. So whatever passive income that you made could also include renting or having people rent from you, depending on which side of investing you are on. Whatever assets you've already built up will continue to make you money without additional work. So, figure out what your expenses are, figure out how much passive income is going to be required to cover that, and then to cover whatever wants you desire, whether it be worth you just waiting until you have enough to cover your expenses and then stopping, or preferring to cut the workload, or waiting until you can build up enough to have enough to do various activities and entertainment that you desire that would increase the expenses beyond what you normally would do, such as vacationing or buying more high-tech equipment, such as the smartphone or a computer or a new car or a new house, but that is something a little larger and would only normally be done once during a retirement phase. However, given so this ties in a lot to financial freedom, which requires a lot of the same goals and the same variables that would require to achieve it. The difference and the details I'll cover in a different video. However, the retirement, you need expenses, or figure out what your expenses are, the income required to cover that, the time you have to build it, the actual level of retirement you want, and how soon you plan to get it, which will allow you to build up the goals and know about how much and how much effort you need to go through to actually achieve or get close to achieving what it is you're going for. Which is why I recommend thinking about retirement before early in your life instead of actually waiting decades like a lot of people desire to do, is They push off the idea of retirement for decades in the future and give it the barest minimum thought, and oftentimes no thought at all, thinking I can worry about that when I'm 50, 60, 70 in the future. Or not even thinking they're caring to plan ahead if they make it that long. But I recommend that you actually assume that you have a limited but indefinite period of time, and in that time you want to make it as high quality, but in preparation of making the next period even more high quality, building that up, and therefore actually knowing the goals that you're trying to achieve rather than going about it blindly, pushing away the idea of what goal you need to achieve or want to achieve later. The just doesn't tend to work out compared to if you actually think about the goal, come up with methods that would actually solve the goal, and actually come up with ideas to try to shorten it so you can complete the goal earlier and go above and beyond the goal. That will make a financial life significantly easier and make one significantly more comfortable, especially when they actually start thinking about retirement. Instead of having to worry about it, they can plan ahead, start looking forward to it, or decide whether they want to, and know that they could retire now if they truly desired. In fact, they could take time off and have a half retirement, or however they would like to set that up. So hopefully this helps you guys, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below, and have a good day.